I am a king. I see myself as a king. I am the king of my reality. I am an alpha male. I am worthy of success. People respect me. My confidence is rock solid. My true nature is uttermost excellence. Self-confidence is what I thrive off. I conquer any obstacle in my way. I am strong and powerful. I am determined. I rule over my thoughts and actions at all times. I always get it done. I always get the job done. I am a winner. I give energy to my goals and believe in the attainment of them. I choose high energy and affirm my success in life. I am driven to achieve the excellence I earn. I have limitless potential. I walk the streets like a beast. Success is mine and I am certain of it. Others see me as powerful and self-assured. My voice is powerful and I speak with authority. My core personality is of confidence and assertiveness. I see myself living my dream life. I am consistent in my efforts. My opportunities are unlimited. I always get the job done with ease. I have all I need inside of me. I have all the strength I need to succeed. I see my goals clearly. I see myself attaining my goals. I walk with pure confidence. I stay dedicated to reaching my goals. I am limitless in my actions. I am a leader and looked upon when times get tough. I destroy anything that stands in my way. I am an animal that knows no limits. I need no one's approval and do whatever I please. I answer to no authority and make my own way in the world. I boldly go after what I want. I can have anything I want. I am recognized as an elite member of society. I am successful in all that I do. People always respect me. I stand up for my beliefs. I am highly respected for the man I am. My potential.
You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery, the journey of self-love, the journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. What's up, what's up, what's up? Who is in the house? Let's talk about it. Keep going, never give up. Hey.
I am a king. I see myself as a king. I am the king of my reality. I am an alpha male.
Let's talk about developing and maintaining the alpha state. All right. I've heard a lot about, or we all have heard a lot about the alpha mindset. And I've thought about it for years, and I've realized there are guys with the alpha mindset who actually don't behave like the alpha or don't get the results of the alpha. Truth be told, a mindset does not necessarily translate to habits or practices. And really, results will only come from habits, practices that are implemented consistently. And so I have come to realize for myself, it's a state that I operate in. and thus the alpha state name. It's a state of being that includes a mindset as well as behaviors, habits, and practices, because the last three are exactly what deliver results. I will. Uh, I will. I will. You like it, don't you? No problem, man. I'll let you have it. And so we want to talk about developing and maintaining the alpha state. As soon as I can find them, I'll send them to you. I'll put it in the link. Yeah. And there we go. Yeah, I found it. Give me a second. Let's talk about the alpha state of being. We have about 45 minutes to go today. Let's copy that. Copy the link, and we're gonna drop it right here. Affirmations played at the beginning. There we go. So the link to the affirmations being played at the beginning is right here. Who is in the house? You can find that link. Whoever asked for the link, Elliot, there goes the link to that affirmation track being played at the beginning. And so let's talk about developing and maintaining the alpha state. And here we go. Like I've said, the alpha state is a collection of ideas, notions, belief systems, behaviors, practices that are tried and proven, that you yourself have put into practice and have proven to work for you. Not for another man, but for yourself. Do they work for you? Have you practiced the notions, the ideas, the behaviors, the belief systems that you have been accumulating from all those dating, alpha male, rational male creators, all those contents that you've been consuming? Have you gotten to the point of turning them into actual behaviors, actual habits, actual practices for yourself in your daily life? Have you applied them, tried them, and proven that they work? Because if you don't, all you have is the alpha male mindset. And that's why I don't like to call it a mindset, because a mindset does not necessarily, it's arguable, but it does not necessarily translate into behaviors. Well, see, you can know a thing conceptually. Yeah, and you can talk about it. You can read about it. You can hear, watch materials on it, and you can know it very well. It'll be like just chemistry. Where I'm from, back when we did chemistry in school, we didn't have any lab. We didn't go to the laboratory. We just did that on paper. It was conceptual. And I'm sure if we had an opportunity to be in a lab, man, we probably would have blown that thing up. That's the same thing. You can know a thing conceptually in your mind, and it can become part of your mindset. You can talk about it. You can say, yeah, I believe this. I believe that I'm supposed to behave this way. I believe a man who's in his power is supposed to behave this way and that way. And you can even criticize another man for not behaving according to that mindset, according to those notions, ideas, and beliefs. But as you know, it's easier said than done, because we still have to go in the real world and practice those ideas, notions, belief systems. As I teach my clients, where you still have to go out there in the world and approach that woman. You still have to go out there in the world and change jobs. You still have to go out there in the world and change location. It's not enough to know. It's not enough to be even convicted of something. It's not enough. And so, acquiring notions, watching materials on how to become the best alpha version for yourself is not enough. It doesn't stop there. You have to practice it. You know, I've watched guys online who teach alpha male mindset and those kind of materials. And if the question is asked, how do I apply this and how do I go about this particular situation? That person won't get an answer. The creator or the teacher is like, you go ahead and do it yourself. You don't ask me. I'm just teaching you the right thing. I'm just giving you the right notion, which is true and which is all good. But sometimes if we ourselves behind the microphone, if we ourselves on the podium have practiced, tried and proven and implemented those ideas, the least we can do is going the extra mile by showing a brother how to apply that idea so that he can get results in his life. Otherwise, we're just talking. And talking, we can do a lot of that. I used to do a lot of talking. But what's going to give you results? What's going to show you change? What's going to create change and lasting change at that in your life will be actually when you turn these collections of ideas, notions, belief systems into behaviors, habits, practices that you go and implement in the real world, in your daily life, to see what results they give you. Unless you do that, you just know it conceptually. And guess what? The next time you're faced with a situation, you're probably going to get this anxious the same way. The next time you're in the presence of a beautiful woman, you're probably going to get anxious. The next time a woman pulls away, you're probably going to freak out and chase her. The next time you get turned down by a woman, you're probably going to go crazy. You're going to feel the same way, because unless you practice these ideas, your subconscious mind, which is the source of your actions, will still fall back on the old habits that are in your system, that are wired in your brain. That's why it's not enough to just know, because actually displaying the knowledge is dependent upon your subconscious mind, the contents of your subconscious mind. And unless you go out there and practice it, where now your subconscious mind has a feeling, has an understanding of you operating in it, your old self-image will remain. Because until you do a thing, until you practice a thing for the first time, for example, your subconscious mind doesn't have a new image of you. It doesn't have a new self-image. It doesn't know, oh, this is who we are right now. This is what we're doing now. Okay, this is the behavior that we practice and display now. This is how we live now. Because we have taken that extra step, we have gone and implemented that and practiced that. And now this is the way we behave in life. This is the way we are. Unless you do that, you're just going to be like someone on a diet, wanting to purchase a salad, goes to McDonald's to purchase that salad, of all places, stands in line, keeps telling themselves they're going to buy that salad, but by the time it's their turn in front of that cashier and they're like, yeah, I'll have a small salad, but 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 large fries, and a large Coke. Oh, 2 apple pies. It doesn't work. And I guarantee you, in that example, the salad won't be eaten. The salad will be trashed. Everything else will be eaten. Because what happens to that person in this example is their subconscious mind is still wired for the junk food. Conceptually in their minds, yes, they want to eat healthy, but then they have not practiced eating the healthy at any cost. That is, getting that salad by itself and eating it with nothing else. That's practicing the new knowledge at any cost. And as soon as you do that, you have drawn a line in the sand between your old self and your new self. And so I like to say it's not the alpha mindset, but it's the alpha state, which comprises of the alpha mindset and then the alpha practices, habits, behaviors that you go and implement in real life. And so I have found that the alpha state really has 3 main components to it: an unshakable self-confidence, an indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction. Really, that's the summary of it. Everything you could think about the alpha mindset will fall under one of these 3 categories. It will either fall under self-confidence, willpower, or a strong sense of direction. And so if you can reduce your alpha journey to these 3 categories, you'll be good. Because you will know what falls under self-confidence, how you feel about yourself, your self-esteem, your self-image, your power of assertion. All that falls under self-confidence. Your power of self-persuasion, your self-talk, your self-motivation, your self-correction, all that falls under self-confidence. So if you can break it down saying, okay, on my alpha journey, these are the 3 categories that I want to improve, that I want to work on, and to develop an unshakable self-confidence and indomitable willpower, that nobody can penetrate that wall of willpower, and a strong sense of direction. That is, people won't be able to tell you what to do or where to go. You know exactly where to go. And people are attracted to individuals with a strong sense of direction. And the interesting thing is, the last two, an indomitable willpower and a strong sense of direction, will in turn reinforce your self-confidence. Every time you maintain a strong will in a particular situation, it'll make you feel good. And that in turn improves your self-image, your self-esteem, and boosts your confidence up. And anytime you stick to your direction, you know this is the path that I am to travel. I am convinced that's what I need to do, and you actually go ahead and do it. That in turn reinforces your self-image, your self-esteem, and your overall self-confidence. And that makes you even way more powerful and confident. And boy, people are attracted to individuals who are unshakably self-confident. No matter how bad the situation is looking, they know they can turn it around. No matter how bad their situation is, they know it's just a season. It's just some bad decisions they make. And as far as they're concerned, they are going to change it. No situation is too big for them to deal with. No situation is too hard for them to change, and they don't run away from things, knowing that the truth of life is consciousness is the only reality, and that it's mostly their perception of the problem that's giving them the problem, not so much the particular situation itself. And if you can understand that, that can always keep you calm, collected, knowing that it's mostly your perception of the situation that's the problem, not the situation itself. And when you know that, it seems like your confidence will always be high, because you'll be like, chances are I'm seeing this the wrong way. Chances are it's my perspective. Chances are it's my perception, not really the reality. And even if it's the reality, you will know that by the law of cause and effect, you have created that situation somehow. And since you are the man in power, since your life is yours, then you know you can change that also. That's powerful self-confidence, man. And on top of that, you can slap, there are other people, there are other men who have done the same thing. There are other men who have succeeded in this particular situation right here. And so that encourages you to work at your particular situation, because other men have done it too. If men, listen, whatever situation that comes my way, I think to myself, if this situation couldn't be solved, the other people would be literally little failures. But no, there are successful people. Everybody has dealt with some sort of situation. And this particular situation I'm in, I'm not the only one who's been in it. Somebody else, somewhere else, somewhere has dealt with that, and they have succeeded. Now that encourages me to calm down and go work on it. That's powerful self-confidence, man. Yeah, that's unshakable self-confidence. And on top of that, you can add that you are a source of wisdom yourself. Man, you have unlimited amount of wisdom yourself in your own consciousness. You are a walking, infinite, divine library with unlimited amount of intuition, insights, and understanding. Sometimes, really, not sometimes, most of the times, all we have to do is calm down to listen to the wisdom that's being broadcast to our own consciousness. That's why meditation is paramount. That's why meditation is the thing that will help you go to the next level. By meditating and contemplating, you get to hear wisdom about your own life. You get to hear, you get to receive revelations about your own life. When you're in tune, bro, even a phone call from someone will reveal information. I'm telling you. I got a phone call this morning, and when we ended the call, I called that person back and I asked a question. They're like, "Okay, yeah, this morning. How do you know?" Like, I knew when you called me. When you called me, it wasn't just a phone call. Your whole energy came to me. The reality of your life came to me also through that phone call. Because I'm in tune with the universe. I'm in tune with myself. My intuition is high. And so I'm able to pick up. And once it comes to me, I believe it, I trust it, I know it's true. I know it's not garbage in my mind. It's really an intuitive hit. And I listen to it. And sure enough, there was something there. And that has happened. I mean, that's been happening for a long time. And so if you engage in meditation, then you get to hear what's being said in the ether, in the universe, concerning your life, concerning what you should do about your life. And that will increase your self-confidence. It will add to your confidence to give you that unshakable self-confidence, knowing that no matter what the situation is, there is a message about it that's being broadcast in the universe. And if I can only bring myself to the place to listen, to tune in, I will hear it. And once I hear it now, I can apply it. And once I apply it, it has to give results. It has to bring some sort of results. So these things can help you to develop that unshakable self-confidence. Let's talk about the indomitable willpower. Listen, man, you are a willpower center. Here is a big issue when it comes to developing a strong willpower. Usually, we have been taught so many things in society. We really have been domesticated in society. See, men are not as strong as they should be naturally from birth. Like the masculine energy that you are, if nobody ever told you no, if nobody ever asked you, never denied you any access to anything, if your self-esteem never got chipped anywhere by your parents or school teachers growing up, man, you would be such a powerful man. Listen to me. Our last president, Mr. Donald Trump, I think he said that in his book, The Champion. I've read two of his books, but he has also said that in interview. He has said one of the best things that his parents did for him was to instill the highest level of self-esteem in him. And so you know what that did to him? He believes he can do anything and he can have anything. And you would agree that you saw that behavior for the past 5 years or 4 years, whatever how long the term is, right? And even after the election, you saw that behavior. And I was talking to somebody, I said, do you know he said that, right? And do you know, when you have studied him, and that's the man that I have studied before he got involved in politics, if you have studied him, you would know that this man believes he can have whatever he wants. He can go for whatever he thinks about, and no obstacles may stand in his way. He's going to take any obstacle down. That's a man with an unshakable self-confidence and indomitable willpower, which really can turn him into an a-hole. And even on this SR journey too, we have to be careful too, because without wisdom, you can reach a level of self-confidence and indomitable willpower that you become an a-hole, that you're basically flipping everybody along all over the places, because you know what you want to do and nobody can stop you and you're going to do it. And so the way it works is society tells you a whole bunch of things, denies you access from your parents to your school teachers and the people in your life. By the time you're 20 something, your willpower is weak. Okay? Here is a remedy. Willpower is arbitrary. You decide how much of it you want. You decide how strong you want your willpower to be. You decide how long you can hold on to a certain decision. You decide how much no you want to say and how much yes you want to say. You decide how far you will go on something. You decide how much of anything you let somebody do to you, what treatment somebody gives you. It's all arbitrary. And you have the power because guess what? You are the representative of God on this earth. You are God's representation on this earth. Life is yours. You're not a placeholder. Nobody said, hold this place for me, I'll be back. I'm telling you. You know how you go to a party, and women do that a lot, and you ask somebody to save you a seat, and then they could put something on that seat, and when somebody else comes, they're like, can I sit here? They're like, no. That seat has been saved. Women will put their purse on a chair, holding for the girlfriend on the way. Where that purse is a placeholder on that seat does not belong to that purse. It belongs to the person on the way. And what about a person? You can hold a seat for someone. So let's say you're a man. You know you're going to stand because there are limited amount of seats, but you can sit on a chair waiting for that woman to come because you're going to let her sit, but you're going to stand because the chairs are limited. In that moment, that seat does not belong to you. You are a placeholder. You're holding the place. A lot of people, men, live their lives like this, like they're placeholders. They're holding the place for someone else to come and take over. And they'll be glad to say, bro, I appreciate here is your seat back. Here is your life back. No, your life is not a placeholder. Your life is for you. It's yours for real. You've been born in this earth. This life is you. It belongs to you. Do you know this earth belongs to you as much as it belongs to every other man? But of course, through dictatorship and it's all kinds of means, men have oppressed other men. Slavery, dictatorship, to make it seem like other men don't have the same right of the earth. But bro, the earth belongs to you as much as it belongs to me. We all have equal rights on this thing because we've been born here. When you realize that, you can have an unshakable self-confidence and a willpower strong enough that people around you will either have two choices: hate you or love you. Because you know who you are and you know this earth belongs to you. You know things that are here belongs to you, and nobody going to tell you no. So long you can go for it, you're gonna go for it because that's what you want. And if there's something in the way, you're gonna take that obstacle down. Because quite frankly, as who said that? The obstacle is the way. Is it Ryan Holiday? The obstacle is the way. So really, we're not afraid of obstacles. If there's an obstacle in the way, man, we go for it straight. Bulldozing through that obstacle, taking that obstacle down. That's what men do. That's why I tell people, don't put yourself as an obstacle in a man's way, especially when dealing with women. They're like, why are you speaking so stern? I'm like, because right now you're becoming an obstacle in my way. The things that you're saying, the behaviors that you're displaying are creating an obstacle. And men take obstacles down. Men bulldoze through obstacles. Men forge their way through obstacles. You don't want to be an obstacle in a man's way. Yeah, while he's a simp, yeah. While he's weak, yeah. But once he has found himself, don't put yourself in his way as an obstacle. Don't tell him no. Don't deny him. And that's why some men have the mindset they love being told no because they're about to show you. I don't have that, but I understand their mindsets. They're like, ooh, I love to show people who've told me no, that I couldn't do this, that I did it. Because with the moment you tell a man no, he can't do something, you have created an obstacle for him, and you yourself have become an obstacle, and you and that obstacle must be taken down. Because a man cannot be stopped. This is how we are supposed to be. We can't be stopped. We have to get it done. Remember, the world is a masculine world. Trust me. The patriarchy, unfortunately, has built this world. Now, has patriarchy done some wrong to women? Yes. But this world has been built by men. Why and how? Because once a man has a vision, he has to bring it about. That's why we got this world. That's why we have all these technologies. Electricity, Thomas Edison, how many tries and how many times he failed. And guess what? We have electricity today. The Wright brothers with the airplanes, how many times? You know how many airplanes have blown up throughout history? How many people died because we were perfecting it? Men never stop. Women didn't build them. Women were at home having children and nurturing men with vision. Men don't stop at obstacles. That's what we do. We bulldoze our way through obstacles. In fact, some men could be quiet and they could look calm and collected until there's an obstacle, and that animal and that beast comes out of them. And I am such a man. And so you're not a placeholder. This life is yours. This life belongs to you, bro. This is you. Do you. Embrace it. Let that strengthen your willpower. That when you decide on something, this is what you want to do. This is what you're going to do, because this life is for you. You can develop that indomitable willpower. That's what a man is. A center of will. A man is a center of willpower. You need to learn to will yourself to will. You need to learn to create will out of your own self. That is deciding this is what you want to do, and that originated from you. And you don't need no validation, no confirmation, and no permission. Definitely no permission from anybody else. You can confirm that thing by yourself. You can give your own self permission to go out and do whatever that you willed yourself to do. This is your power. And once you reach that state, I'm telling you, people will admire you. Not that you need it, because you couldn't care less. But they will have to, because people are looking for leaders. They're looking for strong men. Especially women, they're looking for leaders. They're looking for strong men. They're looking for men who are well-rounded. Let's talk about having a strong sense of direction. Most people and most men are aimless. They're like a ship without a rudder. Nobody knows where they're going. They themselves don't know where they're going. They're just basically going through the motions of life. They get up, get on that phone, go to social media, pick up that phone call, talk to people, eat, drink, work, and just basically keep going through the motions. No particular direction. Such men rarely has a strong opinion himself. Such man rarely has a strong decision about his life. If you ask him a question, his answer will probably fall along the lines of, well, if it's meant to be, it will be. God knows it all. Well, life is like that. So, hey, I ain't tripping. I have a job, so all is good. I'm grateful to have a job. Type of thing, right? Or you can have what you want in life, or you can have your cake and eat it too, or you can have the best of both worlds. So they always have some sort of limiting beliefs and ideas to give you as the reason or as an answer as to why they don't have a specific decision in their lives. I've dealt with such men, and especially women too. I've dealt with such women without a strong sense of direction. But guess what? Those people like you in their lives, or at least for me, because of my strong sense of direction. And the same thing that I said about the willpower, a sense of direction is arbitrary. You choose what path to travel. It's up to you. Remember, I said this life belongs to you. This life is yours. Everything in this life is yours. You've been born here. The Almighty God or the universe has given this to you. This is your gift. It's yours, baby. Choose the path to travel. Just like me. All my life, people have been, have told me, you are wise, you understand things, and you should speak. You should become a pastor, a speaker, a writer. I ignored it for some years, but then when I turned 36, I began to understand this is my path. And by the time I get to 38, I was like, I got to speak. This is the only thing I want to do right now. That's my path. I have to speak. When I speak, I touch lives. When I speak, I change lives. When I speak, I inspire people. I help people change. I help individuals' eyes open. I enlighten minds when I speak. I then must speak. I have to speak. This is my path. So whether I'm speaking behind this mic right now, or whether I'm working on myself to start getting speaking engagements outside, or whether I'm writing a book, whatever it is, I must speak. This is my path. And so everything else either will fall into that and cooperate with that, or I get rid of it. And that includes friends and relationships and jobs or whatnot. I have chosen my path. And I have chosen the strongest path, the path of the alpha state, the path of true decision, the path of self-knowledge, self-love, the path of purpose. I have chosen my path. I have decided on my path. This is the path that I'm traveling. As soon as you do that, everything else falls on the wayside. You now have tunnel vision. And guess what? Tunnel vision is not a negative thing. It's actually a very positive thing. You need tunnel vision if you are to accomplish any goal in your life. You need tunnel vision if you are to accomplish any endeavor at all, even in pursuing women. And I've told women, if they say, well, you have tunnel vision, I say, exactly, that's how I got you. I got you. I've been able to get with you because I have tunnel vision. You're right. I do have tunnel vision. because I was able to single you out and focus on you only and pursue you to be with me. That's how I got you, with tunnel vision. And if whatever you like about me, it's because you realize that I have a strong focus and a strong sense of direction. You love my tunnel vision. So don't tell me I have tunnel vision. Yes, it's not a negative thing. In fact, if you have a problem in a relationship, usually problems in a relationship are because the people don't have tunnel vision on themselves, on each other. So the men could be looking at different women, thinking of the possibilities like options. I've got options. Or the woman could be doing the same thing. You know, when she says, I got options, which means she has no tunnel vision on you. She's also considering other men. Just like you for a man too, you could be considering other women and not just this one woman. So you don't have tunnel vision. So in a marriage or in an exclusive relationship, if those individuals don't have tunnel vision on themselves, I tell you, there'll be a lot of problems, because every other person that says hi on the road becomes automatically a candidate, because their focus is wide. They don't have that tunnel vision. They're not traveling one path. So you have to choose a path, bro. You have to choose a path. I want to let you know that you have the ability, you have the right, you have the permission from God, from the universe, to choose your path. You are the man in power. There's nobody else in the greater powerful position than you. You are in the most powerful position that can be. You are that man. You are the man with the highest say in your life. You are the man with the most say in your life. You are that first man. You come first. I'm telling you, bro, if you can achieve a 75% level of success in these three areas, your life will be so beautiful. You will be admired. But better than that, you will have self-love, peace of mind, and all of that will reinforce your self-image, self-esteem, which all in turn will make your self-confidence even more unbreakable, bro. I'm telling you, this is how it works. You have to develop these three areas of your life. You have to, because we have too many weak men. We have too many men without the self-confidence. And of course, this is not an indictment. This is not a criticism. This is not a put down. This is not a rejection of those men. It's just a statement of fact. We're just stating the facts, because I once was one of those men. The world and women, which I know you're interested in, are looking for men with an unshakable self-confidence, an indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction. That man is attractive. Let's talk about the power of attraction from the man who has achieved this alpha state. The man who has developed an unshakable self-confidence, an indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction is very attractive. Let's talk about that man. But if you're new to my channel and you're wondering what I do, here is what I do. I'll be right back. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. I have nothing but practical insights and information for you. If you browse my channel, I guarantee you will find videos that will help you on any stage that you may be on this journey, because I covered this journey entirely, because this journey is really made up of 3 stages, and I have covered all of the 3 stages. So do yourself a favor, subscribe, and also check my link for Patreon for a coaching opportunity with me. The guys that I have been coaching, their lives are being changed and expanded daily. I mean daily. So you could be one of them. If you're ready, I'm ready. Because I am excited and thrilled to help my brothers to become alive, dynamic, present, jovial, free as I am. And yes, this is what I do. Help my brothers to develop themselves the same way I have developed myself, the same way I have elevated myself out of mediocrity, out of weakness, out of self-hate, out of self-loathing, out of low self-esteem, negative self-image, negative self-talk, and negative thinking. I want to help my brothers, and I have been helping them to do the same work, to establish their kingdom, to find their superpower, and to walk in that, to know beyond a shadow of doubt that this life is for them and that they are the king on the throne of their lives and that they are the means to their salvation and that nobody else is coming to save them, and they don't need that salvation either because they're constantly saving themselves. They're constantly doing the things that they need to do to move forward. This is where I am. This is the path that I have traveled. I have found my superpower. I have found my kingdom. I walk in it. I stay in it. And it's my passion. It's my love to help my brothers around the world to do the same, to accomplish the same work. And thank you for being here. Let's talk about the attractiveness, the power of attraction of the man who has achieved this state of an unshakable self-confidence, an indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction. That man has become crazily attractive to people in general, but of course, as you may be interested in, women in particular. I'm sure you are attracted to a man who displays an unshakable self-confidence. You find yourself attracted to that man. And I'm not talking in any weird way. I'm just saying it feels good to be around that man. You like him. You're like, I like him. You are attracted to the man who has a strong willpower. Like, man, you can never get this guy to change his mind, bro. But guess what? You're still friends with him. You still like him. And if you have an issue concerning willpower, you talk to him and hear what he has to say. You're going to say, bro, don't do that. And he's going to mean it. And you're going to go and take on that attitude and do the same and follow him. The same thing for men with a strong sense of direction. You'll be like, nobody can sway this guy to get off his path. We know that. And I'm going to tell you, what really makes you more attractive concerning these things when you have achieved this alpha state is the fact that your thoughts create your reality. And by having thoughts in these two areas, by seeing yourself as a man with an unshakable self-confidence and a man with a strong willpower and a strong sense of direction, by seeing yourself that way, by feeling yourself that way, your thoughts will go out there and affect other people of other places. When you approach a woman, your thoughts will have already communicated who you are. Your thoughts will have already communicated the way you see yourself and the way you feel about yourself. And since your thoughts create your reality, very soon that person behaves towards you the way that you see yourself. This is the esoteric reality. This is the secret to manifestation. Because you believe in yourself, because you know I'm this man and I deserve this and life belongs to me and I make my own path and I stay on it. When you show up in somebody's presence, all that vibe, all that aura embraces them and it brings them in. You know what it does? It makes them favorable to you. It makes them give you what you're looking for. It makes them give you what you're asking for. It makes them even offer you what you have not even asked for. They're proposing things to you. It makes a woman want to serve you. It makes a woman want to go out of her way to please you and to give something to you that you have not even asked for. Because that mindset radiates powerfully outside of you. And remember, thoughts are literal units of electrical energies, of electrical currents. Just like you're watching this really via thin air to your cell phone, this is thin air. There's no wire. There's no physical thing. It's the same way with thoughts. Thoughts travel the same waves that the internet, the Wi-Fi, the phones travel. You just can't see them, but they are as powerful. They exist. They do travel. They go places. And so you can communicate to someone like that. Most of my communication happens at that level, energetically, subconsciously, in my meditation. I just think the thought towards the person and watch their behavior change. I just meditate and hold certain number of thoughts for a certain period of time, and I just watch my situations change and watch people become more favorable towards me and watch people being more attracted to me. And the reverse is also true. The opposite is also true. You hold negative thoughts, you push people away in your life. You repel them. You watch that woman walk out of your life. You watch that woman get with another man. You watch yourself lose that job, getting fired, because you've been holding negative thoughts towards them. The same way you hold negative thoughts about yourself and low self-esteem. When you show up in a place, somebody's going to take advantage of you. Somebody's going to walk all over you. Somebody's going to trample you underfoot because you have communicated with them subconsciously and energetically that you are nothing and that you don't consider yourself, you don't see yourself as nothing. They do you a favor, they mirror that back to you, and they walk all over you. And now that reinforces your low self-esteem because you go and say, whoa, me. Oh my God, they've done me wrong. And of course, that keeps you in the victim mindset. And therefore, you're not attractive to nobody. Question for you, my brother. Have you run into a man that you automatically feel compelled to respect to the highest level possible? Like as soon as you show up in his presence, you feel it's a feeling. Because remember, he communicated what he is and who he is energetically, subconsciously. You don't see the communication, but he does communicate. You automatically feel compelled to respect him. Conversely, bro, have you met a man that you feel compelled to disrespect? I mean, you're not going to tell him no bad words, but you feel like something says, don't worry about him. What? Nobody worrying about you, bro. You feel like you don't need to be on your best behavior for that man. You feel like you can turn him down, he's gonna come back. You feel like you can ignore him if he is talking, there won't be any problem. That'll be okay. You feel it. Well, it's because that man has a low self-esteem. He thinks of himself as a victim. He thinks he can get what he wants. And all those thoughts have gone into your subconscious mind, the primitive brain and mind that communicates electrically, subconsciously, energetically. You get the message that you need to mirror back to him what he is. Now, here's the last thing I want to tell you. This is why you have to be careful who you associate with. Because people with low self-esteem and a victim mindset can communicate with you subconsciously to help you disrespect them and do something wrong to them. For example, I tell women, you may be the one making men break your heart because you always think yourself as a man has broken my heart. I'm a victim. Men don't like to stay around. Men don't commit. Men are going to break women's heart, and you have that. Or men are going to cheat. You have that in your mind. And when you get with that man, you communicate that with him subconsciously and energetically. And guess what? He breaks your heart. The same thing for a man with a woman who cheats on him. He might have the mindset that, oh, you know, women cheat, all women cheat, and she's going to cheat. And guess what? He communicates that, and he therefore becomes the cause of her doing that. Be careful. And so I'm out of time. Didn't have much time today, but this was short but sweet and powerful. I hope it helps you. I hope it does something to your mind. When I speak, people get enlightened. I know something happened to you. Although you guys stayed quiet, didn't send much, didn't say much, but I know for sure. Maybe it was because it was so intense. There wasn't any need for you to say much. Desmond, welcome back. Peace, my brother. And so you are a king. Stay in your kingdom. Remember, break your alpha journey into 3 categories: an unshakable self-confidence, an indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction. Indeed, bro. Appreciate that, man. Peace be unto you, my brother. You're welcome, man. And thank you. And until next time. You are on the right path. You are on the right journey. The journey of self-discovery. The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey.